Love is not just a feeling, it's a storm that begins softly, wrapping two souls in the illusion of forever, and then testing them in the fire of time. It all began one monsoon evening, when Arman, a dreamer who carried chaos in his eyes and hope in his voice, met Zara, a girl who looked like peace in a world full of noise. She wasn't loud, she wasn't bold, but there was something magnetic in her silence, something that made the world around her slow down. Arman saw her at a crowded cafe, her eyes lost between pages of a book, unaware that someone had just fallen for her without a word being spoken. He started visiting that cafe every day, ordering the same coffee, sitting at the same spot, waiting for the same glimpse. Days turned into weeks until one day, fate took mercy, her book fell, and he picked it up. That single act began there forever. What followed wasn't love at first sight, but love that built itself quietly, like dawn breaking after a long night. They walked under city lights, shared ice cream in the rain, spoke of dreams they were afraid to chase, and promised a world that didn't exist yet. But love, no matter how pure, always attracts trials. Life began to pull them apart. Arman got a job abroad, Zara stayed behind, torn between pride and pain. Their conversations, once endless, became shorter, colder. The distance didn't just stretch across miles, it grew inside their hearts. Yet every night, before sleeping, they both whispered the same prayer, "Let this love survive." Months passed. Zara's father fell ill, and Arman, bound by his contract, couldn't return. She stopped answering his calls, and he drowned himself in work, pretending it didn't hurt. But deep down, both knew that love like theirs doesn't die, it hides, waiting for time to bring it back. 2 years later, Arman returned, not to find her, but to make peace with the ghost of what once was. Yet destiny had another plan. At the same cafe where it all began, he saw her again, older, stronger, but with the same eyes that once made him forget the world. She looked at him and smiled, a smile that carried 1,000 unsaid words. No drama, no tears, just silence filled with everything they couldn't say before. They talked for hours, not about the past, but about how far they had come. Arman realized that love isn't about holding on, it's about growing, even when apart. When they said goodbye that evening, it wasn't an end. It was a quiet promise that love, real love, never fades, it transforms. Sometimes it becomes friendship, sometimes memory, and sometimes it just stays eternal, untouched, living in the spaces between two heartbeats. As Arman walked away, he didn't look back. He didn't need to. Because love had already taught him the greatest truth: to love someone truly, you must be brave enough to let them go. That night, under the same monsoon sky that had witnessed their beginning, it rained again. And somewhere between the raindrops and memories, love.